Hello everyone, this is Damien again, and today we are at Sydney Hyde Park. Hyde Park is a beautiful oasis and a popular gathering place right in the heart of Sydney. It's located between two train stations, St James Station and Museum Station, making it very accessible by train. And the heart of CBD of Sydney is just a short walk away. Sydney Hyde Park is located just south of the Central Business District. This 40-acre park is a popular summertime hangout for both locals and tourists in the city of Sydney. In fact, Hyde Park is the oldest park in Australia and one of the top attractions of the city of Sydney. It boasts a lengthy history as well as picturesque surroundings. In 1810, it was named Hyde Park after the famous Hyde Park in London by Governor Macquarie, who dedicated the space to the recreation and amusement of the inhabitants of the town and a field of exercise for the troops. In the same year, it became the site of the first official horse race in Australia. Before we start exploring Hyde Park, let's have a look at the map and decide the best way for today's visit. When we're reading a map, the first thing to do is to find out the right direction. We should point the map north. To point your map north, place your compass flat on your map, pointing towards the top, and rotate yourself until the compass needle points north. Now let's find our location on the map. We are here. From the map, we can see clearly that the park itself is split into north and south sections by Park Street, which runs directly through the middle. Each section offers something a little different for visitors, but I believe both are equally alluring. In its early years, pedestrians often cut through Hyde Park, sometimes interfering with sports activities. And today, you too may find yourself cutting across this beautiful park as a shortcut to several Sydney attractions. Another key skill to understand a map is to read the legend. Here, the word legend doesn't mean stories coming down from the past. On a map, the legends are these little symbols. It is important to know how to read legends because they are the keys to understanding the map. It's also important that we can draw a legend so that someone else can read a map that one of us draws. To find places of interest, we should look for mini pins that show you the nearby locations. For example, if you're looking for food and drink, try to see if you can find any yellow bubbles with a knife and fork or a glass or a coffee cup in it, like this. Blue bubbles with a shopping bag or a shopping trolley mean that this is a place for retail shopping. Outdoor attractions are always marked in green bubbles with either a castle or a tree, and the round circle with a capital T means a train station. Therefore, from this map we can clearly see Park Street runs down the centre of Hyde Park, carving it up into northern and southern segments. To the south, the most popular attraction is the Anzac Memorial Building and the Visitor Centre, as well as plenty of monuments and statues to enjoy. To the north, there are ornate fountains to discover and a selection of themed gardens filled with public art and pretty flower species. Now let's go and have a look at them. Now we're standing on Park Street, which is the main street that goes down to the centre of Hyde Park. What can you see here? Trees. Hyde Park is home to more than 580 mature, exotic and native trees, making it the perfect place for a scenic run or a simple stroll away from the hustle and bustle of urban city centre. Keep your eyes peeled for pretty flowers, as well as some local critters that might show their faces from time to time. History buffs will definitely enjoy a trip to Hyde Park, particularly the southern part of it. Here you'll find the Anzac Memorial and the Pool of Reflection, both of which commemorate important aspects of Hyde Park, Sydney. The heritage-listed Anzac War Memorial features significant displays and structures which honour the fallen soldiers of past Australians. The Pool of Reflection also honours these soldiers. One of the main events held at Hyde Park is the Anzac March on the 25th of April every year. Anzac is an acronym for Australian and New Zealand Army Corps, a group of several divisions created early in the Great War from 1914 to 1918. On the 25th of April, the Anzac Day March begins at 9 a.m. at the intersection of Martin Place and Elizabeth Street, and it travels down Elizabeth Street and finishes at the Anzac Memorial at the end of Hyde Park. In this way, we honour those who have served in defence of Australia. A long rectangular pool sits within the north-south axis of the park. It is serenely calm and tranquil, reflecting the trees and the buildings which surround it. The meaning behind the pool is to honour the memory of the fallen soldiers from the war, predominantly the Anzac soldiers. As the oldest park in Sydney, it makes sense that Hyde Park has some history to offer its visitors. Let's take a walk down memory lane. Today, apart from the monuments, Hyde Park shows off two themed gardens, which are filled with public artworks, impressive monuments and water features. The Nagoya Garden celebrates the relationship of Sydney with its Japanese sister city, Nagoya. The Sandringham Garden is a memorial to King George V and King George VI. Walking down Park Street from south to north, there are multiple statues in the park, each with a significant history and meaning. The bronze statue of Queen Victoria's husband, Prince Albert, is located at the front of Hyde Park. Made 5 years after his death, the first home for this statue was in the Botanical Gardens in 1922, before being moved to Hyde Park in 1987. Another statue found in the park depicts the famous Captain James Cook, famous for his explorations and for being the first European, along with his crew, to see and chart the east coast of Australia. The statue was created in 1879 and depicts him standing on a column holding a chart with his right hand upraised. In the north of the park, also nestled within, is the Wellington Monument, a statue of Achilles, serving as a memorial to Arthur Wellesley, who was the first Duke of Wellington. You can even see the floor decoration of the Reformers tree, which is a symbol that was used during the protests in 1866 by the Reform League, a group campaigning to give all adult men the right to vote. There are several other monuments as well, but we'll leave them for you to discover. At Hyde Park North, you'll find plenty of monuments standing guard. The Archibald Fountain is perhaps the most prolific, having been donated as a gift by J.F. Archibald. It's easy to spot thanks to the ancient mythological statue of Apollo surrounded by horses, tortoises and dolphins. There are also several events hosted throughout the year. Popular annual events include Anzac Day, Australia Day, the Food and Wine Fair and Sydney Festival. You never know what you might see going on here at any time. From this spot onward to the north, you will walk out of Hyde Park. There you will see St Mary's Cathedral, Hyde Park Barracks, and you can even head down Art Gallery Road past the Art Gallery of New South Wales to Mrs Macquarie's Point. We will explore these places next time. Thanks again for joining in. Bye for now.